Welcome to the Arcade Attic. We're going to take a look at the top 5 hardest bosses in video game history. They are the ultimate test of skill, patience, and perseverance. They are the ones that you love to hate and hate to love. Are you ready to face them? Let's get started. Slave Knight Gale is a boss in Dark Souls 3. He is a former slave knight who seeks the blood of the Dark Soul to create a new painted world. He is encountered in 2 DLCs, Ashes of Ariandel and The Ring City. He is voiced by Steven Boxer. He wears a red hooded armor and wields an executioner's greatsword and a sunset shield. He fights with a ferocious and relentless style, using both melee and ranged attacks. He has 3 phases in his boss fight, each with different abilities and movesets. He is weak to strike, frostbite, and hollow slayer weapons, but resistant to dark, poison, and toxic. He is one of the most challenging and memorable bosses in the Dark Souls series, as he represents the culmination of the series' lore and themes. He is also a tragic figure, as he sacrifices himself and his sanity for the sake of a new world that he will never see. Dark Souls 3 was released in Japan for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows on March 24, 2016. It was released worldwide on April 12, 2016. Lu Bu is a boss in Wo Long, Fallen Dynasty. He is known for being one of the game's toughest fights. He is a mighty warrior who starts the battle on a horse, and players need to separate him from his steed to do any real damage. Lu Bu is encountered in the Battle of Hulaguin Pass, the 7th main mission in Wo Long, Fallen Dynasty. He is aggressive and can punish players who fight recklessly. Instead, players are advised to exercise patience. While on horseback, Lu Bu has 2 main punishable attacks, the horse jump and horse charge. After lowering his spirit gauge, you'll knock him off the horse, and an on-foot battle will begin. Wo Long, Fallen Dynasty is developed by Team Ninja. They are also known for developing the Ninja Gaiden and Nioh franchises. It was released on March 3, 2023 on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. The game is set during the fall of the Han Dynasty and features historical characters and Chinese mythological creatures. Virgil is the final boss in Devil May Cry 5, a historical fantasy action role-playing video game. He is the twin brother of Dante, the main protagonist, and the father of Nero, the secondary protagonist. He is a powerful demon hunter who seeks to obtain the power of the legendary Dark Knight Sparda. Virgil has 2 boss battles in the game, one in Mission 19 and one in Mission 20. In both fights, he uses his signature weapons, Yamato, a katana that can cut through dimensions, Beowulf, a pair of gauntlets and greaves that enhances strength and speed, and Mirage Edge, a spectral sword that mimics the Force Edge, Sparda's sword. He also has a Devil Trigger, which transforms him into a more demonic form and increases his abilities. Devil May Cry 5 is a 2019 action-adventure game developed and published by Capcom. It was released for PlayStation 4, Windows, and Xbox One on March 8, 2019. Ishin, the Sword Saint is the final boss of Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, a historical fantasy action role-playing video game. He is a legendary warrior who is resurrected by Genichiro, his grandson, to fulfill his wish of protecting Ashina from invaders. He has 3 phases, each with different weapons and attacks. He is considered one of the most difficult and epic bosses in the game. Ishin, the Sword Saint is a very challenging boss who requires patience, skill, and strategy to defeat. Here are some general tips that might help you. In the first phase, he uses a katana and a bow. You should try to deflect his sword attacks and dodge his arrows. You can also use the loaded umbrella to block his charged attacks. You can use the Mortal Blade or the Ikemonji to deal posture damage and interrupt his healing. As you progress the fight, you will gain experience and you can defeat him. Sekiro. It was released for PlayStation 4, Windows, and Xbox One on March 22, 2019. Sigrun, the Valkyrie Queen. She is the leader of the 9 Valkyries that you can fight as an optional boss in God of War 2018. She is one of the most challenging and memorable bosses in the game, as she represents the culmination of the series' lore and themes. She is also a tragic figure, as she sacrifices herself and her sanity for the sake of a new world that she will never see. The Valkyries are a group of female warriors who serve Odin in the video game God of War. They are responsible for choosing half of the warriors who die in battle and bringing them to Valhalla, where they become Einherjar. Defeating Sigrun, the Valkyrie Queen, is a very difficult task that requires preparation, patience, and skill. You should have the best gear possible, such as the Ivaldi armor set, the Shattered Gauntlet of Ages, and epic enchantments. You should also have a superior resurrection stone and a runic summon that can heal you or give you rage. You should be at least level 8, or even level 9 if you can. God of War was released on April 20, 2018 for PS4 and on January 14, 2022 for Windows. Thanks for joining us on the Arcade Attic. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, stay awesome, and we'll catch you in the next video.